Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn that shit to a freak show. Look through the peephole.
I love it.
I probably shouldn't read people's names off this little tiny chat. I should probably look at the actual chat to help out because I said his name was Tuscan and it looked like Tuscan to me on this little tiny chat, and that doesn't work.
No, Trunke.
I see that.
He owns a spot in Denmark. I forget the name of it, but they have some pretty cool stuff on there. Can't tell nobody I got that. Can't tell nobody I got that. It's secret. So, I have some schnozberry, brambleberry, orange soda, sour watermelon, blue gumball, foreplay of the peach, green apple candy, new lemon lime. Don't ask me to smoke green apple candy because I'm just gonna throw that away next. It's horrible.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, it sounds actually really good because it reminds me of the green mix. But if it's not,
no, look
close to the green mix.
Look at you see that? Straight into the trash can. It's garbage. I swear to God, I've had that thing for 6 months. It's going in the trash.
You know, there's starving children out there that need that hookah.
Okay, so I just bought an OG Super Chief Bowl from Tim Kritzler. Lucky, come to find out, it does fit. What in the world? It does fit the Phoenix. The Phoenix fits inside of it. I'm not going to grab the Phoenix right now by hand because it's hot, but it fits inside. It barely fits, but it does fit. Chris, what are you going to pack? You going to pack a bowl?
Well, buddy, I've actually, I just realized I have some ugly tobacco roller coaster. Now, if anyone knows, I did a video on this in the past, and I actually really like this flavor. It's one of the few flavors that you can actually like dense pack, and
really?
It tastes pretty good. It has a little bit of like an anise flavor to it, which I'm more getting to like enjoy because as you smoke and as you veteran smokers out there know that after a while, your taste buds kind of go away, especially if you keep smoking mint a lot and you smoke the same flavors over and over. So you kind of need something more with a stronger profile. And I find that like anise flavors are kind of hitting that benchmark that I have, or that need I have right now. And Ugly Hookah Tobacco's been they have a couple good flavors out there, and Roller Coaster is definitely my #1 flavor. It's a pretty good mix. It's sweet and it has a little bit of anise, so it like it triggers that taste buds that I like. So
I'm going to use the Phoenix. Obviously, I've been talking about it lately. The reason why I'm talking about it now and not 8 months ago when I first got my original Phoenix was due to the fact that I didn't think it was ready yet. And I got the new version 2 lid, which is awesome. It fits on the outside. It alleviated my issues with the product at that time. Ron's been working his butt off trying to get this fixed. But I'll load up some Tangiers in this OG Tangiers bowl. It seems kind of sacrilegious just to get it to load something else in it. But with that said, you want to get to packing? What bowl are you going to pack, Chris?
I'm probably going to use an alpaca bowl. I'm just readjusting your screen real quick to get you a little bit bigger on here. There you go.
Like my head needs to get any bigger.
There you go. Okay, so now we have a little bit better layout. You're there. I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna pack this here. I normally don't pack near my computer because I'm a messy packer.
Oh yeah.
Caleb says meats time, bros. I guess he wants us to jump on his meats, but we're not doing that
Chris.
right now. Hooney Dad.
That's why you put this at your desk.
Well, I have it over there. You know, I have my pack mat at my packing station. Wayne says pack new lemon lime, foreplay, and cane mint. That is very robust.
I have
flavor.
no mint right now, which is driving me insane. But usually what I do is I buy a bunch of mint, I smoke through it real quick, and then I take a tolerance break off mints because, as Chris said, it does kill your taste buds after a while. But I do have some Nor lemon lime here. And I have some foreplay. What else should I put in there?
I don't know, man. That sounds.
Schnozberry, raspberry, brambleberry.
I've never had snozberry or brambleberry, so I could not tell you. This program is XSplit. This is what I use to do my videos, or some of my videos, and my lives. Snozberry. Alright,
I'm gonna go with strawberry then
let me pack.
because I really enjoy this flavor. Yes, it's a full kilo tub of it.
You know what, Jeremy? I'm probably gonna have to get another brack mat. I know he hates when I say it. I have to get me another pack mat though for my desk, or just one that's clean at all times. So if I do want to pack and I want to show people the packing method I use, I can do it here. Right now, I'm going to use a paper towel, which is actually more expensive than a brack mat because I have to use more of them.
Yeah, you have to use a damn near a whole roll of paper towels not to get your desk dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't ask me percentages because I'm just going to toss some on my brack mat to get it loaded up. Chris, what's your method for packing a bow? Is it a fork? Is it fingers? Is it a samurai sword?
Well, I think when I first started, like everyone, especially when I first started smoking with Alfaka, I used my hands, because I always tried to get the stems out. As you become more an experienced smoker, you realize those don't really matter. That's a fucking myth. And you still have the same session regardless. So now I use a fork, and the fork I use is an oyster fork. I originally started using it because I saw other YouTubers using that method, and I thought it was good, and I just adopted it over time.
Okay, so I'm going to use a fork then because I want to be like Chris.
Yeah, you know what? It's just going back and forth to the bathroom to wash my hands. It is what it is. I mean, some people could swear that maybe you don't get the right packing method using a fork, but I mean, I've been using a fork for so long that I will dispute that. So I am actually going to use a Don bowl. The bowl I'm going to use is not the buffalo, it's the skull one. The skull and crossbones one. I want to say, like, I keep wanting to say cowboy. No, it's the other one.
It's not the buffalo, it's the pirate.
Pirate, there we go. I always forget the name of it. We'll show it off right here. The lovely thing is that I'm going to actually just fluff this one.
Are you going underpack or are you going to go all the way to the rim?
I'm going all over the rim because I am using a Provost. If I was using the Phoenix like you were previously in your live, I would be using the underpack method.
Okay.
Alright, we got some questions here. Pack mats are so easy to clean. That's absolutely right, but since Bracken's saying it, it's an advertisement. But they are very easy to clean. You basically just rinse it on the water. You don't even got to scrub it. Like a traditional cutting board, you definitely got to scrub because, as you know, on cutting boards, they have the grooves over time, which the flavor will sit in there. So you really have to try to scrub to get that out, especially if you're using a wood or a plastic board. Stefan says Chris uses chopsticks. No, that chopstick video is actually Paul's. Paul actually is the master of the chopstick pack, and if you're curious about what we're talking about on my YouTube channel, there is a video up there of Paul doing the method. So if you're curious about, you know, maybe you want to try it, maybe you want to try something different, you can check that out. Stefan says he also uses his Alpha Comma fork. Yes, a very good fork. It's a very good fork.
So what I'm going to do, this fire is really low, Chris. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of build it up with my fingers. The fork wasn't working so well. The fact of the matter is, none of us really care what you use to pack your bowl, as long as you fucking enjoy it. And that's the point in hookah. And I see so many people nowadays. It's not just one person. It's not just two. You got to do this. This is the only way it's going to work. And that's kind of been my points on my lives lately. Is, you know, try, fail, and see what works for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like people. I've gotten questions recently of people saying, "Hey, what's the best method to do this?" I'm like, honestly, I want you to try a method yourself, because if I tell you something that I use and you just use it, you don't know the difference between all the different methods, and maybe you like a different method. Sometimes you need a good fluff pack. I end up using a semi-dense method for most of my stuff because I smoke a lot of Tangiers and Trifecta. and that's the preferred method I like. But get your hands dirty. You know, you can't be given all the wisdom. Try, fail, fail a bunch more. I mean, we've all been there.
So I have this knife that I like to use to underpack bowls, and the reason why is because my fingers are fucking chubby, and some of my bowls, my fingers just don't fit in. That is very true for the Mason bowl I have. The channel on that thing is so freaking narrow. And for those of you that went to the expo, you probably got to smoke out of it or view it, etc., and give it a run. But I'm going with this Tangiers bowl. This Tangiers bowl is a Super Chief circa forever ago. It does look like an Apache, but I'll be honest with you. I wish they made the Apaches this nice. Look at this pattern in the middle. It's like almost perfect, Chris. Did I lose you?
No, I don't like to be the guy who's punching holes and then you hear the foil through the mic, so I try to be a gentleman from time to time. But yeah, like I use the Don Bowl. I don't know if you can see the holes. Very, very classic, nothing fancy. I want that good airflow, especially when I'm going to be using the Provost on top. You know, I puncture. This would be your traditional hole puncture. It's not like you would do something with a funnel or anything like that. That you would see this pack method a lot in lounges. This is just basically punch holes in a nice uniform pattern and you're good to go.
So, as you can see on this Phoenix pack, I did go underpack. And
Yes.
the underpack is there to keep me honest a little bit on this underpack is because on the bottom of the Phoenix, there's this lip that sits down inside of the bowl. Let's see if I can get some better videographic lighting here. Looks like it does fine without my head in it. It's probably because I'm sweating balls because this freaking burner's right here. But I'm going to go ahead and set this this Phoenix down on this bowl. Get it nice and firm. Let's level this guy out a little bit.
All right, so we got some questions while you're packing that bowl there. We got Paul says chopstick pack for the win. Raul Martinez, what's up, buddy? I was waiting. Hopefully you're over your hangover today because yesterday you looked beat up. I was waiting for the V2 Phoenix lid replacement, but I felt inspired to use a V1. And then Stefan says, have you guys tried Trifecta Fluffed? Yes. I'm pretty sure that me and Jeremy have fluffed every type of tobacco as well as semi-dense or dense, most of it, just to see how it reacts. I from time to time, I would say something that would be really good to fluff right now if you want some really good flavor would be the Spumoni flavor. Spumoni fluffed is pretty good. You get some really good ice cream notes out of that.
This is also really, really good fluffed if you get your hands on it.
Yeah. I have yet to try that.
You didn't try it in Vegas?
I don't believe so. Everyone says it was in Vegas, but I don't remember trying it. I'm pretty sure I should remember trying that in Vegas.
I took 3/4 of that tub to Vegas. The kids probably took it all.
Brad Coors? How did the orange go towards the end, he asks you.
Well, I had a sad moment with the orange. The spire that I created out of aluminum foil, I stuck it up too high and it was too sturdy inside of the orange, and the orange started to separate from the Phoenix. So
did it start to do that curl in at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna happen whenever you just introduce something that hot on top of the fruit. I guess that's why most people use just foil on top and put the coals towards the middle.
Well, I'll tell you that I did the Phoenix fruit the other day, and that was actually really, really successful.
Okay.
I smoked that fruit head for like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay. Bob says, do you punch a larger hole in the center of a funnel bowl. Not for a funnel. For the funnel, I only do um, three circles on the outside, and I don't put a hole over the middle because that's where the majority of the airflow is. And if you have holes punctured over the middle when you're using a funnel bowl, there's going to be air escaping. Is it going to be... I think it's negligible, but I just been doing that way, keeping the foil smooth over the top of the funnel and then puncturing all the holes away from the funnel.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Chris. I'm a junkie when it comes to a draw. I have to have a wide open draw on all my pipes.
Yeah.
I almost can't smoke out of anything that has a tight draw.
Mm-hmm.
I do put a hole in the middle, but that's because of my personal preference.
Yeah, I don't think either way is really going to change it. I mean, it also depends how big of a hole you're using. I mean, I'm going to use the little Alpha Comma hole puncher here, so the holes can go from little tiny holes to, pretty decent size. Because you do have to feather when you're puncturing holes, you have to, feather it properly. But that's
you have one of these, Chris?
I haven't used those. Those look very dangerous. I feel like if we got those, we just start throwing them at each other. Raul says he was hammered. Let's see what else we got here. Stefan said I tried it. It was good as fuck. What did you try? The spumoni?
I'm trying to get this bowl heated up.
Yeah, it's the waiting game is always fun. Bob says that's what I usually do and works great. Yeah, I mean, no one can tell you what to do if you're getting a session that you like.
You're absolutely right on that, Chris. If somebody says, well, you got to do this even though you're getting a good session, there's no right way to smoke a hookah. There's only a right way if you're enjoying it.
Wayne says, Stefan's asking Wayne, when is Wayne going to be doing the classroom, I guess, or live?
I'm sure Chris would like to know that question as well.
Well, Wayne, I thought I was waiting on you.
Well, I think Wayne was going to go live tonight doing a fruit head with Ron Farah.
Oh, okay.
Around 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Yeah,
I do believe is what it was.
I will probably be sleeping already.
You got work tomorrow?
Yes, I do have work tomorrow, so it's going to be an early night for me. I'm off Tuesday.
Everybody sends Chris some love because he works for 24 hours in a row.
Yeah, it's okay. There were worse things.
Stay safe out there.
Spumoni is pretty good. I would recommend people to try Spumoni. It's not a flavor I smoke often. This is why I still have my 250 Spumoni for so long. Sometimes you have flavors that you have in your collection that you don't smoke often, that you smoke once in a while, and that's okay. But I also do have my flavors, like I would smoke Dirty Mint. Like I usually have a kilo of that all the time. And Tam just entered here. Oh boy. Uh-oh, guys. Everyone hide your cups of coffee.
Sponsored by Superior Cocoa.
Oh,
I like how we're just making fun of it now.
Wayne, you told me you would be at lunch. I have the text message when I asked you to be on, and you said, oh, I'm going to be at lunch. And I'm like, okay, don't worry, we'll do it another time.
The gentle taste of 3 flavors that are just literally punching me in the throat right now.
Because we said it's 3:48. I said it's 6:52. Remember, it was going to be 8 o'clock my time, and you said you're 3 hours ahead, so 5 here. Yeah, I'll be at lunch. And I was like, okay, no problem.
So I have something that I've been waiting on to go live with. I'm going to go live on this Monday, give you guys my impression on it. But we'll see what happens. It's unlabeled on purpose. Just recently picked it up. Some new fun stuff. But Going to be going live on probably Monday night to talk about this flavor and kind of what it means, because you know what, I'm going to hashtag game changer to this, because going to give a little bit of plug here for a minute.
Oh, where'd he go? Did he just disappear? I think he just disappeared, ladies and gentlemen. Either that or my stream just stopped. Alright, we gotta try that again. My Wi-Fi apparently died.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we are still live. I don't know what happens. I think this wireless router this wireless router I have seems to act up and periodically drop some signal, so I think I have to get a new one.
If you want the one I have, I got an extra one.
Well, I don't know what the issue is. I gotta troubleshoot it first, and if it's still an issue, like, it happens like once or twice a month. It just drops signals for no reason. I don't know why.
I got an Asus router. I'll send it to you if you need it. Don't spend money on it. It's a good one. It's a gaming one.
But you were saying you were doing a shout out. You said something about Game Changer.
This flavor is a game changer, and I'll tell you that I'm not huge on floral flavors. I don't oftenly pick them up, but this one is something that piqued my interest. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet. I was told to wait till Friday before I mention names, or until Monday, rather. So we have one more day. So I'm going to go live tomorrow night with this. We're going to pack the Phoenix on it in whatever bowl you guys choose. I'll send a picture to the group and then maybe do a list of a poll, but it's going to be interesting.
That's going to be pretty cool. Hey, I got a question. Why don't we do this Saturday? Are you free, Jeremy, this Saturday?
Yeah, I could do this Saturday.
Why don't we do something this Saturday? Because it will be the last time we're together really to do a live before the expo, because the Chicago meetup is the following week, and I know me and you are flying out that Thursday. So
yeah, that is true. I'm actually gonna either drive or take the train out. I haven't decided yet.
Okay, so why don't we get some people? Why don't we get Wayne if you're available Saturday? We'll get you on. Maybe we'll get Hookah Frank on. And we have some conversations this Saturday. I think that would be pretty cool. We'll talk about some stuff.
So here we go. I'm about, what would you say, 5 or 10 minutes into this bowl, Chris?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Nice. I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised with the Phoenix on how it keeps the coals so hot and red. Like, the airflow in it is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, with the new V2, everything is laser cut on the top, and I think that's an airflow improvement from the V1, which is really cool. I don't have my version 1 because I gave it to Douglas to kind of pass around through the hookah community, because I know that he bought a V2. It's supposed to be sitting at the bracket in Douglas, but what I was trying to get at was the bottom plate, I do believe, on the version 2 is thinner, maybe, or I know it's cut different diameter, but I think it might be a little thinner, which in my case seems to be better. Okay. And with the Phoenix, for about the first 20 minutes or so, you kind of got to manage the heat a little bit by using your tongs, which is something you should be able to know how to do. But with the Phoenix version 1, the head wasn't cut out and the wings weren't cut out all the way. with the version 2, the wings are cut out of the way, which increases the airflow to the coals and allows them to heat up a little more efficiently inside of the Phoenix. Do we have any more questions right now, Chris?
Well, I'm looking right now. A lot of people say they can't wait for their new lid, which they're super excited for, to really, try out the Phoenix, how it's supposed to be done. Wayne might not be able to do Saturday, so he's saying maybe Wednesday. I am off Wednesday. Let's see who we can get for Wednesday then.
I can do Wednesday too, Chris.
Okay, so we'll talk about that probably tomorrow when I'm at work. I'll message you guys and we're hash
Yeah,
that
that's
out.
cool.
Bob says that the V2 is really amazing. I just wish Ron would have put a handle on it, though.
There's a good reason why a lot of HMDs don't have a handle, and that's because of a giant in this industry that doesn't like to share, or a giant in this industry that likes to sue the shit out of people. And I'm going to say this again, fuck Cloud. The Apple on top does have a handle. The Lotus, obviously, because it's a Cloud product, has the handle.
But we have to say, remember, like, the Apple on top, the Provost, was designed with their heat management device. It wasn't supposed to be used with foil, like how we use it now.
No, and
But but it works fantastic this way.
No, and I'll say that people have been using the Provost with the foil, which was an awesome thing. It was originally meant to be used for the Apple on top bowl. That bowl is a shisha stash killer because it'll fit 25 to 30 grams of Tangiers dense packed in it. I don't understand why people still use that for dark leaf tobacco, but beyond me, whatever. I don't care. But it does work fairly well with blind leaves. It is a metal bowl, so it's going to heat that bowl up hot.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever smoked out of one. I used to use one a lot because it was simple and easy to clean. But the paint that they use on the inside does, after a while, wear off. You got to throw it away. It's a Teflon-based coating, which concerns me a little bit, but whatever.
Stefan says that he's just replying to Tam here, saying that Tam, hold on, what did he say here? Tam, the new coals fucked up my lid. Too high heat.
What lid did it fuck up? Because I can put this Phoenix lid right on a burner. I'd like to see that, Stefan.
Bracken says AOT bowls get super hot, even though they do have that silicone coating on the outside with that more rigid ring around the middle of it, where it's supposed to be that you're supposed to be able to pick that up. Because of the metal that they use, it does get really hot. And I don't like using the Apple on top because of the concave, like Jeremy just said with the tobacco. I think it just wastes so much. It has this like weird swoop in the bowl that when you're packing, it just keeps eating your tobacco.
It'll hold as much as this.
But I feel like I'm able to fluff this way better than Apple on top.
Oh yeah, and the clay seems to dissipate the heat better than the aluminum, because you got aluminum and it's surrounded by cast in place silicone.
And I mean, we have to also mention here that you can just pick up the bowl and it's easy to touch. Like, this thing takes heat very well. Like, this is not hot at all to touch, this bowl.
That's a little warm right there towards the middle of the stem of that bowl, but towards the bottom, I mean, I could pick it up. I could remove the bowl right now, put it on another hookah if I wanted to. Sorry, I'm kind of munching here because this Tangier's got my sugar level kind of dropping like it's hot. But
so we got.
What was I gonna say?
We got Cali.
We have Chicago coming up. Which I'm very proud of the university for this. We travel really well. I'm gonna give a shout out to the guys who got an Airbnb with us really quick. Yourself, Travis, Cheyenne. We also have Jewel in the house. We have Paul. We have possible Hookah Frank. We have Andrew Urson. We have Caleb, James, and Cobby.
Adrian,
All of us are gonna.
Adrian Hunter and his merry band.
Oh yeah, we got Adrian and them. But we as a group, we travel really well. We try to do events. We try to have lots of fun. Chris has some special stuff coming for us from to be announced. I won't say anything unless you want me to, Chris.
You can say it. It's official.
So officially, Fumari has given us a bunch of stuff to take out to the Chicago meetup, which hasn't been kind of announced as of yet. Hooked on Hookah wanted to know when Chicago was, so shout out to Shady. Shady always supports us anywhere we go, as well as all the other guys that are going out there. Badia will be out there, from what I understand. Nino from Mason, Ahmed from Shika will be there. Moose from Trifecta will also be there. Chicago is kind of a big fucking deal now. It's such a big deal since the last time we brought so many damn people with us. He had to get a bigger space, Chris.
Yeah, I also want to mention, since we are dropping people, I will be bringing a bunch of Heaven Leaf out there, which is nice. So if you do come by the frat house and you want to smoke and you really want to get your hands and try some Heaven Leaf, I'm going to try to bring 5 to 6 different flavors. I'm also going to bring a bunch of other flavors out there for people to try or just take home. Like me and Jeremy, we have a really large collection, and we like to have everyone to get their hands on different flavors and stuff. So I will be giving out a bunch of flavors and stuff for people to try, and you can check that stuff out if you come by or we bring it out.
I got, I don't know, 7 or 8 kilo tubs of Tangiers that I'm going to bring with me. Some of them are about half full. Others are full to the brim. Sour watermelon being one of those. Schnozberries, brambleberry, orange soda. I'm going to send Matthew Vredenberg my blue gumball because I absolutely hate the flavor. No offense to Tangiers or what they're trying to do with some of the new flavors, but it just isn't for me.
Also, we're going to be having Superior Cocoa out there as a supporter. They were a big supporter last year. Everyone was using their Coles. Everyone loved them. No one bitched and complained, even though they like to. Also, Bob here says, can you show up last minute to the Chicago meetup? You absolutely can, buddy, and feel free if you come out to Chicago. Drop us a line. You're more than welcome to meet up with us. Me and Jeremy will be out there Thursday to Monday drinking. Chicago will have no more beer when we're done with Chicago.
Well, I'll tell you, after my birthday episode doing hangs with all these fine gentlemen in this group, I kind of had to call it a little bit of an early night last night, so I went to bed at midnight. But thank you for Bracken, Wayne, Travis, Paul. Eddie jumped on for a little bit, I do believe, if I can remember correctly. We had Jewel on there. We had a bunch of people. I'm sorry if I forgot your name, Wayne, in the post. I really am sorry about that, even though I'm sponsored by Big Daddy Wayne and Resin Kings. But I just love how the industry now is responding to these events. And they're really supporting people that love hookah, and that's kind of what all these events are for, bringing people together. I can't wait for HJ and his crew to kind of put out all of the big news for next year's Hookah Expo worldwide. I will be there come hell or high water, as will the rest of our crew.
Yeah, I think next year's Hookah Convention in Vegas is going to be crazy. I mean, this year, thanks to all the members that came out and supported and had a good time, everyone had a great time. A lot of the beef was squashed. We just got to hang out. We did a really good giveaway to the community at Oasis Hookah Lounge. Thank you, Oasis Hookah Lounge, for letting us use your spot for the unofficial meetup. That was a great success. A lot of people had fun, and they got to meet people that they only talk to on the internet and get some good prizes, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we gave a ton of shit away. That was 90% of it was given to us by the vendors, or I don't want to say vendors. It's more like manufacturers. Try and foster a relationship with the manufacturers and allow them to speak on their product, because nobody should know their product better than they do.
That's true. Bracken and Tam, you guys should get into business together and make some coffee. I know Tam is a big fan of espresso, and I know Bracken, you should try some of Tam's espresso. I mean, it's amazing. A lot of people like it. So, and Tam, when are you coming out? Tam should make a Superior Cocoa whiskey.
Oh, hashtag Superior Hennessy right there, my dude. Every time I see that guy, every time I see him in person, he has a bottle of Hennessy in his hand, or when he gets on hangs, he has some weird-ass craft beer that he's tried or he's bringing in. Last night it was a Tangerine IPA or something like that, Stone. But as far as whiskey goes, guys, I love whiskey just as much as the next redhead, so...
Let's see what these guys are saying. Bracken, pack me a bowl of Tang in Cheetown. We will definitely be packing. Callie, it was very nice to see you. Callie, by the way, I ran into him on the strip too. It was weird. They were just wandering around on the strip in Vegas. And I actually saw Callie in the airport, but I didn't want to be a creeper and walk up to him. I didn't want Callie to think I was following him.
So they lost Callie's luggage on the way back to Denmark, and he got away with bringing a lot of sheesh back into Denmark without paying customs on it, which is a beautiful thing. Fuck the government, their over-regulation of taxes on hookah tobacco, because it really does bring people together.
Bob says he's coming to Hookah Expo Worldwide for sure. That would be awesome to have you out there. Daniel Partridge, I hope you come out and you do the hookah battle again with the chef's outfit. I think that was really good presentation you had there, even though you looked like a maniac and you were super intense. But I have pictures to prove it. He was in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. You don't bother Daniel when he's making a bowl. When he's in competition, he's in competition mode, man.
So I'm going to throw this out there right now, Chris. If you're down for it and Travis is down for it and we all make it, let's create a Hookah University team for the pack-off.
I would love to. My only trepidation is that, we're going to be so busy doing things. I would actually like to see representatives from our own community to actually do it. I would love to be a part of it, but I'm just saying with all the media that I'm going to be doing and all the coverage, it's a nice chunk. It's a big chunk of the day to concentrate on that. I want to do it. Right now I'm going to say yes. I'm down.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I would like to see, man. I still think that we can put together a really good team to represent us at Hookah Expo Worldwide next year.
Well, just so you guys know, package of Frigate tobacco from Russia just cleared customs, I do believe, with 15 cans of Frigate in it, as well as 15 bottles of juices for Chicago. And that is something I'm going to be bringing to Chicago for everybody to try. I will pre-mix it because it takes a couple hours once you mix the juice with the tobacco. That is one thing they're trying to do to subside in Europe, is separating the juice from the tobacco, so you only get taxed on the tobacco because it has the nicotine content, et cetera, all the government regulations, et cetera. But another thing that is possible is if you look at the YouTube videos on Frigate and make your own assumptions, I suggest for you to do so. But they smoke it out of another type of water pipe, which is also interesting.
I've seen that. I don't know. The jury is still out on that decision because I haven't got my hands on it, but it looks like a really cool paraphernalia item.
It does look like a really, really cool paraphernalia item. But another thing that I bought, because I'm a basic white bitch for Chicago, is, Chris, have you ever seen this?
I've seen bottles before in my life. I do like bottles. No, what is that? Pumpkin spice. Oh, you are such a basic white girl.
Out to all them pumpkin spice makers. But do we have any other questions in the chat right now, Chris?
Right now we don't. Let me see. Tam is like, all I'm saying is you guys better be ready to drink like a fish. Tam, does that mean that you're definitely going, or are you having family representatives out there like last time? Let's see who else. Douglas Terrell is in here.
Yo, Dougie, are you gonna be going to Chicago?
Cloudmaster Flex in the house, man. It would be nice to have him represent the team. That would be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I think he would be a really good representative for the Hookah Expo Worldwide Hookah University team. Um, that's Doug, man, has come a long way. He's an avid enthusiast. He knows what he's talking about now. He has a lot of different pipes to speak on authority. Um, Man, he's legit. Doug says he will be there in Chicago.
Yes.
So it's about to get lit. So Doug, bring your drinking hats.
I know Doug can throw back as well.
And what I mean by drinking hat, I mean the licensed Dr. Noob Sauce hat.
The license to ill.
He's gonna be out there Friday, he says. So Stefan says, Stefan, I'm just gonna call you Stefan because that's how I see your name. So Jeremy, I got a question.
Yeah.
If you fluff trifecta, how would you do it using the Phoenix?
Well, first of all, I would start off with a deep bowl. I'm not going to tell you I've done it before because I haven't. That's probably the one pack I haven't done yet, and it's a fluff trifecta. But, let me gather my thoughts here for a second because I'm going to stumble on this.
Okay, well, you wanna get your thoughts, and I'll really quickly run down some comments.
Yeah, how about it?
All right, Callie's going to sleep. He said it's about 2:30 in the morning here. Good night. I'm gonna enjoy my hookah in the bed. You crazy motherfucker. Good night, buddy. Daniel Partridge says, this is one of my favorite comments actually. Hookah Expo Worldwide 19, also known as Cloud City on Bespin. I like it because it's a Star Wars reference. Wayne says, can the CGI machine hold you guys all in one room?
So, trifecta would be a pain in the butt to fluff for a Phoenix, but it's possible. So, as you can see, the cut on the trifecta I have is really small, which is a new way they're leaning on their tobacco. Let me grab a can from my shelf here and show you the difference. That's Lightshade, which is a new...
Daniel Partridge says, it's dinner time for me. Enjoy your bowls. Have a good day, brother. Oh, by the way, Daniel, before you go, I was watching this thing on Freemasons in England, and I thought of you. It's about the whole organization, how it's the oldest chapter. I just thought that was random, but it was pretty cool. It's on Netflix, by the way, too. Check it out.
So this is the older trifecta cut, which is a little more chunky. The new cut would be a little less chunky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack the next ball while we're here on Hangs or in the meet or on live. I'm going to eat this piece of chocolate here as well.
Doug gets a lot of shit for the CGI clouds, and we started that a while ago, and obviously it is a joke. It is a joke that was an inside joke, has now become a popular meme. But Doug gets clouds. If you've ever seen any of his videos that he posts, he is maybe one of the undisputed cloud kings. He is able to fucking get really thick clouds with his bowls that he packs, man. And I would like to see Doug maybe do a video on how he packs his bowls. Because I'm curious, man. You get some crazy clouds. I feel like I don't even get clouds like that, man. He gets some awesome clouds. I mean, and I don't think it's the lighting either, because I've seen him smoke. Me, Doug, and Bracken smoked in Florida, and he gets them clouds. It's legit.
So this bowl is nowhere near dying yet. But what I'm doing is I'm just taking a toothpick and I'm fluffing it around the bowl in a circle until I get kind of even spacing. Now, you can use your toothpick pack to kind of fluff your tobacco up and move it from side to side, and push it down. Toothpick is really a handy tool. If you don't have a toothpick, say fuck it. Grab your trusty $3 poker and just kind of like push it around in there. Now, Trifecta Dark is obviously more chopped up, finer cut than Trifecta Blonde, but it can be done. And what you end up with is a bastardized child of a fluff pack here. Because I kind of just tossed it in a bowl, threw it in the bowl, Hookah John status. As he does, just said throw it in there. Mm-hmm. Nobody really cares. We kind of just threw it in this stone bowl with a lip. And the reason why I chose this is because it's deep.
Gotcha.
The bowl's fucking huge.
Interesting. By the way, Bob in Bracken had the bounce. Bob is going to Chicago at 6 a.m. He said, have a great night.
Bob, have a safe flight. It's not always easy flying with a bunch of people who are grumpy and have been touched in every single way possible by TSA, but, you know, God send to you and have a great flight.
I think that's everyone. I will post this up on the Hookah University page in a bit. So you know, just to get a little bit more content up there, let people know more what the Hookah University is about, how the community is.
Absolutely. I'll share it to the Instagram page. Chris, thank you for helping me host this and creating the layout on the fly out of nowhere. Literally, by the time I ended my last live and by the time we started this one, Chris created this layout in XSplit because he's a fucking computer genius.
Because I'm a nerd and I have no life, and this is what I do.
Well, thank you, Chris, for not having a life and supporting me.
So true. All right, guys, we're going to end this live. We'll talk to you guys later. Tune in Wednesday. We're going to try to do a live. Me, Jeremy. We're going to get Wayne on here. We're going to talk more about the Resin Kings handles, which I'm super excited about, man. I am so excited about that product. I am going to just be, like, over the moon when I finally whoa, Jesus Christ, when I finally get my hands on one. So I hope you guys have a good night. Oh, look at it. Jesus Christ, that thing looks like a fucking murder weapon. That is so nice, dude.
So join us, talk about Resin Kings, live with us. We'll pack a bowl with you. I will put a selection of probably 10 bowls up that I haven't done yet for the Phoenix 101. I'll pack that live with you all. If y'all have a similar bowl or something, I got Tangiers, I got Trifecta. I even have some Starbuzz Vintage, which Hookah Man gave me, which is my favorite Starbuzz Vintage, which is the root beer.
Root beer is good. I might have to bring that over to Chicago too as well. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you next time.
Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geeks, yo. Need to get go with an extremely deep. See 6 midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like